All right, another tutorial. This time it will be about structure arrays or structs, as I would like to call them. So what a struct is basically that's the same concept from C or the other programming languages. Um, we have a base array. In this case, it's book. All right. Let me take the mouse. Book. Okay, book. Then we have name. Okay, when we are creating a struct, this is how you construct it. First, the name comes. After, since we're planning to create more than just one, we're going to call it the first. Okay, this is going to be the first element in our struct array, I would like to call them. This is our first field. Before that, there is the keyword. This keyword is important. If you don't put it, it's not going to be a struct. So this is our name. Sorry, this is our first field. All right, a field. So fields and strings, and it should be it's basically your variable name. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's in strings or not. Probably not in string. It's not probably a string. Then here comes our string. Okay, this is what field points to. So this is the value of our first field. This is the second field. Again, probably no string. The page number is 725, and the author is Tom Clancy. All right, again, the wrong thing. Before we go on and explaining this, I would like to go and test this out. So let's where is the okay. By the way, I'm gonna make it much easier for me so that I could easily switch to the scratch pad. So it was book 1. All right. Let's capitalize this because it's a struct. It will be much better if we capitalize that. Struct, our keyword, name, comma, the hunt for Red October. Red October. Then page, page under dash, no. Then comma. Page number is 725. I'm not exactly sure if this is right, so don't fret over this thing. And lastly, author. What was it? Tom Clancy. How did I forget him? All right. So crap. Maybe not that. So let me put this here. And also here are this guy here. Enter. I have not forgotten that. All right, great. Tom Clancy. I hope this time it will work. All right, let's try that. Okay, it worked. So I wasn't wrong the first time. I just confused myself for some reason. As you can see here, first we typed the name. Okay, book 1. This is going to be our first book. This is the struct. This is the keyword that we need to use. In strings, this is going to be the first field. Okay, then not the field it's pointing to. This is hunt for Red October. This is the page number. This is 725. Author Tom Clancy. So before we go on and exploring the fields, let me create another book. Okay, book. This is 2 is equal to struct name. Again, the same thing. Actually, I can copy the whole thing and just change the values, right? And it's still going to be the same thing. Okay, book 1. Let's make it book 2. This is going to be what? The Art of War. It wasn't too many pages. Well, I guess 125. Enter Sun Tzu. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Enter. This is book 1, 2. But this time it's a struct array, right? It doesn't show what's in there. It's just showing me the field, all right? Next time I'm going to put a semicolon here. So let me do the same thing again for the third book. Book 3. Tribes. We lead. Page number, I assume it will be 300. Enter. Did I say something right? Uh-oh. What's happening here? What's happening here? Unexpected. I'm not really sure. All right, I see. I accidentally deleted something that was important. Tribes will lead 300. 300. You see there's a comma here. It should be on the other side. I deleted the comma. I deleted the single quote. So, okay, that was a problem. Yeah, this is going to be book 3. Otherwise, we'll replace the first book. And lastly, the name of the author, Seth Godin. All right, and semicolon here, so it will not print out anything. Clean. So if we click this thing on the workspace, we're gonna see what's inside. So you see name, our fields, page number, author, their names, the authors, page numbers. All right, that's great. So let me clean this up. This was already clean. I was being overly obsessed by the cleanness of this thing. All right, so how do we reach the first one? So let's say book 2. So you see, we've reached that, we reached what's inside of book 2, as you can see here. But what if I want to reach this, only this, or all the book names, all right? This is how we do it. Book dot, this is important, we use dot when you're trying to reach or access the field of a struct, then name. So you see Dawn for Red October, The Heart of War, Tribes You Lead. Let's clean this up and try one more thing. Book. This time only for third book, and we are only for asking page. All right. I'm sorry, it was pages, right? Page. So what's happening here? Okay. There's a problem here. Answer didn't show up. Really weird things happening here. All right, so let me look at here. Yeah, it was page no. All right, I'm sorry. I really don't look at my code as much as I should be. Dot page no. So you see it's 300 for tribes we lead. So that's the struct erase part, which we also have ways to print them out. For example, if I print out all the names for the books, we can use fprintf instead of just running a for loop. So let me do that. It's name that time. This time I'm not forget fprintf. Okay. Since this it's a string s, then there will be a new line. The name of book is, then strings closed. It's going to be what? Book dot, it was big, book dot name. Then we close it, we run it. Where is the problem here? All right, there was a problem here. fprintf for input arguments type char. Anyway, I don't see where that is wrong. Anyway, it worked. Sometimes it's the thing, the Matlab is going to tell you where your function is wrong, so it's going to offer you, did you mean this, just like Google does, and you could just fix your simple problems. In this case, I will believe there's something really simple, which I don't see it right now. That was one thing. Also, we have two different functions called isStruct. For example, book, is that a struct? Yes, it is. IsField, we could use it for this guy. Book.name. Let me see, actually. I don't really remember how we use this guy. I'm sorry. Help. IsField. I'm not even typing the real function here. IsField. So S and the field names. Returns true if the string is field, is the string name of the field. Okay, this is how we use this. But I'm not going to the detail of that for now. Let me clean this up. You can use that whenever you need it, but most of the time you're not going to need it because you can just simply click on that workspace and you're going to find out what that is. I think that sums up my tutorial this time. I screwed up a couple times, but I hope you've learned it, because when you're screwing it up, it makes you really learn. Strings, I'm going to say single quotes is going to stay single. Let me do that. Single quotes stay. And don't forget to use fprintf when you're writing it out or printing it out, because it's really important to do that. Otherwise, your program is not going to be as efficient as you would like it to be. Okay, see you on the next tutorial.